panoramic vistas to far distant horizons, rolling hills studded with craggy granite outcrops, pretty hidden gorges, poetic slices of pioneer history, and classic country roads framed by ancient red gums. You'll find them all on the Lavender Federation Walking Trail on the often overlooked and underexplored Murray Riverside of the Mount Lofty Ranges. It meanders 100 kilometres from Murray Bridge in the south all the way north to Springton in the Eden Valley. It's a favourite of die-hard walkers, and a lot of them also labour tirelessly to maintain and extend it. And adventurers of all ages enjoy it. Take these students from Mannum Community College.
This must be the style. Yeah, it's great to finally get here.
Now this is worth that final lunge to the top. This is literally, physically, the high point of the trail. We've come up about 500 metres from river level. Mount Beevor, it just typifies what we don't know about this side of the range. For instance, out here in this amazing 360-degree view, that's the Murray.
In the 19th century, this would have been a great spot to see the smoke from the paddle steamers headed for Goolwa. Through the haze, we can actually see their journey's end, Lake Alexandrina and the river port just beyond. The trail begins at Sturt Reserve under the giant spans of the rail and road bridges at Murray Bridge and then turns towards the ranges. It's full of surprises. A few kilometres in, we carefully pick our way over the stepping stones under the railway bridge to find the spectacular Rocky Gully Gorge. We're just out of Murray Bridge, but we could be in the Flinders Ranges. Its steep, rocky outcrops are a great place for the Mannum kids to catch their breath. Its rugged beauty is a gift, really, from the man who conceived this track as a Centenary of Federation project. The late Terry Lavender, architect and champion of the better-known Hyson Trail that stretches from Cape Jervis all the way to the Flinders, is honoured for his remarkable legacy to us all. Voluntary manager of the Lavender Federation Trail, Graham Hallandall says it all began when the legendary trailblazer was out here doing what he loved best, hiking.
And it started to rain, so he decided to go back home by a different way, and he stuck on this side of the Mount Lofty Ranges, and he was a man who, I guess, has done a lot of walking, but even he got quite a surprise, and as a result of that, the whole concept started.
It was to be Terry's last project before his death, and Graham reckons that nothing would have given him more pleasure than seeing school groups like this enjoy twists and turns and real variety. From trains on the main Adelaide-Melbourne line to exotic wildlife. The trail skirts the boundary of the vast Monarto Zoological Park, so who knows what creatures you might see. Plan it right and you can even drop in for a tour, and in the future you'll be able to book in for overnight accommodation too. On the back of the ranges, the trail heads north through rarely seen country. Along Gum Creek, for instance, it drops down into the gully and across a bridge built by the enthusiastic volunteers. The trail cuts through some farmland with the owner's blessings, of course, but a lot of the time it runs along old road reserves. Now, they're a result of somewhat grand 19th century visions for the region.
There are roads, a lot of them like this, which are just a track, or in a lot of cases, areas where there's not even a track. But there are areas of land set aside by the early planners for roads of the future that never eventuated, and now they become corridors to be used for walkers, and also in a lot of cases corridors for our wildlife.
There are glimpses of booming days though. The rustic Hode's woolshed near Tunkillo served sheep flocks for miles around. It's tucked away on a side road that is on the trail. Graham and his happy band of volunteers are rightly proud of their achievements, especially its accessibility.
Very casual, very easy walking. There's no sections that you would class as difficult, and every average fitness person could handle almost any section of the trail.
Well, there's some big boulder country out there. Still 20 kilometres to go out here and around and into Springton. That'll make it over 100 kilometres from the Murray through this beautiful backcountry to within reach of the Barossa.
Great time of the year to hit the trail, so pick up a free brochure at visitor information centres at Murray Bridge, Mannum, the Barossa, and in Adelaide, the SA Travel Centre, the RAA and outdoor shops should get you started.